Hello artists, how are you today? Stephanie Ani coming to you from the banks of the Trinity River here near Willow Creek, California. Welcome to my studio and welcome to my new video series. Yes, it's going to be 6 weeks video series, so every Thursday you're going to get a new video on hacking the masters mixed media style. Oh yes, hacking the masters. So after my trip, I was so inspired by all of the amazing art that I was able to see that I really wanted to learn more about different artists and also really, push my imagination and how to be inspired by them. Now, this first week, I did decide to do Vincent van Gogh. Now, you can say Van Gogh or Van Gogh. It just depends, I think, on which part of the country you're from. I've heard both versions. Anyway, I digress. On this particular one, I ended up getting much more specific than what I had planned to do. If I had known I was going to get this specific with wanting to get painting as close as possible, I would not have used the texture the way that I did on this video. Now, for the Patreons, who will always be getting a second video, for the Patreon painting, I did a much more successful texture paste. As you can see in there, all of this texture was laid down before the paint was put on top of it. So that was pretty cool. And in Patreon, you will see the more successful texture application. Huh. Talk. Sorry. Okay. Patreons, this is a 6-week series to start out with, and Patreons will be getting 6 videos in addition to the 6 weeks of YouTube. Pretty cool, huh? Gonna take care of you guys. I promised you I would be giving you some great content, and it is coming. And if you'd like to join Patreon, please go down into the comments and see. All right, these are the images that I've already provided to Patreons. This is one of my photographs of the Northern California vineyards. So you guys have received, there's some ocean pictures, there's different reference photos that you are more than welcome to use as your reference painting. And, of course, please don't take the exact photo and just switch it up and say that it's your own, because it's not. But I do give you absolute permission to use it as a reference image. Okay, so what did I use to make this? Well, of course, I used my texture paste. Go back to my texture paste video. It was just, I think, maybe a month ago to make the heavier texture paste. And to see the texture paste slew and how I put that together, you will have to see that on the Patreon video. Texture paste is made out of baby powder, Mod Podge, and gesso. Okay, and the paint that I used is a heavy body paint, right? The difference between a heavy body paint and like a tuba paint is that a heavy body paint has more binders, and the liquid stuff has less binders and more fillers. This has less fillers, so it's a truer, pure color, and it also goes on a lot thicker. So all paint has all sorts of uses. Nothing is good or bad, but in this application, I really wanted to get good coverage over this texture, so I chose to use my heavy body paints. I will give you a full paint list of colors and links in the Amazon links below in the comments. Okay. Also in the comments you will have the Patreon link, and oh, come on over and join us at Messy Hand Band of Artists on Facebook. I'd really love to see you there. I want to see what you do and how you're inspired by your artists. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick, and we'll chat soon. I hope you enjoy the videos. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that great stuff. And let me know if there's a specific artist you would like me to be inspired by. This will be the only time. I can't take 5 days to do a painting. This is the only time that I will be doing this close of replicas. So just to let you know, I will be taking inspiration from other artists. Hacking the masters, mixed media style. Welcome, guys. I hope you enjoy. Bye. So let's get a rubber bowl. Let's get some Mod Podge. Let's get some crumpled up pieces of paper. Let's get an old canvas that we don't want to use for anything else. And I'm going to try a little bit different thing here. I haven't done it this way. I don't know if it's going to work. I am not somebody that likes to have super perfect, we're going to make a mess. I know it's going to do that. Let's see if we can make it work. Maybe we're just going to make one big ball of glick, huh? Okay, let's see. Let's see if this is the way to do it. It's a little bit frustrating there already. So I've decided for this one, now you could do this probably with like a plaster of Paris, might work better, and Mod Podge. Now I could even make a texture paste mixture. Ooh, that might be better even. Okay guys, so we got the initial texture down. Yeah, he has a lot of texture, and hi Oz. His texture is mainly with paint. So, you know, we need to take our take on that, which is what we're doing. So we used our base layer as a way to create some initial texture. Now, what type of pencil do I want to use to give myself, again, actually, how about this? Since Vincent used a lot of dark lines around everything. Ooh, is it too scary to go in with a Sharpie? It might be a little too scary. Movie, which I love the movie. Okay, so I started with my creepy Italian trees, although I probably shouldn't have. Let's start back here. Let's see where we've got this blue line that's going to start here. This was that bush there. And then we have a tree in front of it. Actually, a couple of trees. So this is actually a tree, this one that goes like this. Because these are also trees. They kind of look like olive trees to me. I don't know for sure. And we're going to come off into here. And we're going to go into here. Okay, so there's our sketch. Let's get some paint out. Or should we get some texture paste? Let's get some texture paste because we can. How is this stuff? Ooh, still doing pretty good. I haven't opened this since I've been on my trip, so that's at least 3 weeks. And this was the stuff that we made beginning of April, I think. The video was posted. So let's bring this down here a little bit more. Hi guys, okay, I pulled out some new paintbrushes here and I set up my palette. I will give you the palette colors down in the description. I have put some water over the top of my acrylic paint. I am using heavy body paints which cover well. Let's see, so let's mix some color. See how close we can get. And if you ever want to know if you're close to a color, well, that's pretty close to that one. Now that is that color right there behind the cypress tree. However, it's a little too watered down, so it's not going to do what we need it to do, so we need to thicken it up a little bit. Again, it's pretty darn close. Again, all of this has to have a base color on it, so I'm choosing to start with the lightest color, just to give myself a frame of reference. Hi guys, it is day 2 of working on this small little canvas. Of course I did not work on it all day long yesterday, but I did do a significant amount of work with putting down some texture, with putting down the first layer of paint, and now this morning I decided there's one spot, this spot right up here, that yeah, it was too glumpy, and so I pulled off that glump of paper, and I'm going to try to rework this back in, and hopefully I can make it look good. It was just going the wrong way, so just be careful of that. Now it's too late, but I'll be sure to tell you that in the intro. Just don't put your paper down too, put it down consciously, okay? So I've got my palette out, I've got fresh water, I have my brushes cleaned and ready to go, and I am going to start doing the build-up layer. So this was the very base layer, and I generally work background to foreground, but I also work you know, getting the colors down, and then I come back and fine-tune everything. So, okay, we'll go down to the table, we'll chat soon. Hi guys. Well, I just finished this one up for YouTube, and you know, I keep playing it and playing it and playing with it. Now, here's the thing, is that when I had initially started this project, I was not going to get obsessed with the details, because, you know, I put so much texture down to begin with, to, you know, put the mixed medium aspect in it. Here's the deal, I still get obsessed with details. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to monitor that for myself. Now, the things that I did learn to with this project that I want to pull into the Patreon project is his use of color, his use of line, his use of atmosphere. So I learned a ton from doing it. Again, it is not supposed to be an exact copy, but truthfully, you know, I'm not going to do something that's going to look halfway, even if it's a practice piece. So I'm going to reevaluate the image that I have chosen to do my Van Gogh technique to, and we'll meet you back down at the table. This did take me, this little small piece just took me 2 days. And now I've got to figure out how to make it into a 30-minute video. You know, trying to change things up a little bit, and making shorter videos is one of my goals. It's, you know, hard to show you all the steps. So, okay. Love you. Chat soon.